ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Santa, and I am wanting to do today an ASMR video for you. Create some magic for you for the holidays. And some of you who listen to this after the holidays or before the holidays, this will bring you magic and happiness for you really at any time during the year. So just go ahead and listen and listen to the magic of my ASMR. Okay? All right. So I am thinking about having some ice wine today. Went down to the cellar and I grabbed a bottle. The cellar has actually frozen over. One of the bottles I grabbed here. Oh, it was actually frozen up. I don't know if you can see that here. It's one of my favorites. It's a white wine. And it's all frozen. But I've opened it up. And I did, if you can see that here, I did already pour a glass of it. Let's go ahead and have a drink together. I'll give you a few minutes here to go ahead and go get your wine bottle and just relax. Maybe go sit down on a couch, take a little load off your feet, and go grab your wine, and just you and Santa will have a night of it here. I love candles. How about you? They're so soothing. It is very cold in here, so again, Santa's having to wear his jacket here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's, let's see here. Let me move one of the candles. I mean, I really do use this jacket to keep warm. I've got a few of them. Some of them are longer than others. But it is very cold here in the North Pole. And many times I go to Scandinavia, Finland, it's still cold. I go to northern United States and Colorado, it's still cold. So I have many jackets that I use. So anyway, hopefully by now you've got that bottle of wine with you, and let's go ahead and let's have a drink together. How does that sound? Again, I don't condone drinking, but for 1,000 years I've had my share of wine, and I love wine. So, cheers. Oh, yeah. It's good. Well, it really is a very good wine. I believe you can find this wine. It's a newer wine, so in your wine store, wherever you're located in the world, they call it frost wine. It's actually just made in the wintertime. They pick the grapes, and it's very sweet. It's like a Riesling, and anyway, going to go ahead and let me explain something for you. Some of you who've watched some of my other videos have seen me, and I don't always look my best. That's because I come in from outside and it's very cold, and old Santa, I'm used to very cold environments, unfortunately, but um, it still doesn't stop the body from freezing. Uh, so when I come in, I'm usually really hungry. Usually it's because I do a lot of work, and it's not easy. Um, Santa. I run the toy shop. I run really a lot of not to be difficult for children here, but I run a lot of manufacturing, and a lot of people don't believe in Santa. But these days we manufacture a lot of toys and we do a lot of donations. So, um, I've talked about the people who like work for Salvation Army and other people around the world, but primarily most of those people are just Santa helpers. I do exist. It's just the spirit of Santa has been passed down for ages. 1,747 years, my spirit has existed. And although I've not used always the same bodies, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Santa Claus. If you notice in my SMR, sometimes I put an E on the end, and there's a reason for that, because it really is like the original Santa. His name was Peter, and then there was Chris, and it really goes. The spirit moves from body to body, and those of you who know a lot about spirit, and in some other cultures, that people can be reborn, and then also, the spirit itself, Catholicism and so on, Christianity. I mean, sometimes your call of duty, let's say, is not complete. Santa Claus and Saint Nick, me, um, for over 1,747 years, I've done this, and it's just, my calling from God is not complete. So that's why I'm actually real, actually here. A lot of people don't understand that. That's why I say Santa is real. Trust me, I'm real. I know that I existed. I remember back in, over 1,000 years ago. And, people listen to this and are like, oh, this guy must be crazy and so on. Something, I would probably think the same thing, except for the fact I know the facts. But, there has to be somebody who continues on to celebrate, the birth of Christ. And, December 25th, that is the birth of Christ. And that was my mission, and it's been continuing my mission. And however it's taken to do that, and the many people that it's taken to do that, and it's taken that long to continue to spread the spirit. This year I'm very concerned because I believe the spirit is not there, and the spirit of Christmas needs to be brought back, and that's why I'm here to remind everyone that Santa Claus is real. I'm not that familiar with computers, and I have used a lot of the ASMR artists, Avery and Twinkle, and some other people who all are, who I refer as to elves, to help me go ahead and to spread this spirit along. I've used the platform that I let them create for my page to go ahead and to spread their own artistic creativity as well. And so that explains why I've got ASMR on there. Avery thought it would be a very good idea to do that. And, it's a proven factor that many of the problems in the world are actually brought on by stress. And so that's why I try to relieve the stress of people, because I believe once people are relieved of that stress, and happiness and laughter does that for them, then they can see the real light and they can see the real truth in the world, and feel the spirit of Christmas. So, yes, I do claim to be the real Santa, but you have to understand, for over 1,000 years, 1,747 years, I am claiming the Spirit has continued on. And I have to admit, the one thing I don't like about it is this long beard. This beard is really annoying. I'll be, admit it here, and it doesn't grow even sometimes. Sometimes I have to use the faker beard, try to cover up the regular beard because it doesn't grow perfectly, and also it grows like a gray color, and it's not it doesn't look good as all white color. So I'm constantly having to get it cut and constantly having to get it taken care of, unfortunately. So anyway, let's have a drink. Let's have another drink. I'm going to stop babbling here, but I wanted to explain to you the true spirit of Christmas, and the fact of, the true spirit is giving, and the true spirit of Santa Claus, and why I claim that I am Santa Claus. And like I said, if you've ever seen that movie, The Santa Claus, it's got, I know his name is Tim, but I'm not familiar with his last name. But I am familiar that he lives in Michigan. I have been to, obviously, delivered Christmas presents to his house, and he's a very good man. But I know that, that movie really does, believe it or not, reflect really what happens. I think another one is called Fred Claus. But anyway, it was the first time that I tried to interject in and give people a little bit of an idea what happens. And that's why people don't always believe, because they wonder how can somebody or something be around for 1,747 years. Well, I can tell you, because I'm a saint, and I had gone through that sainthood many, many years ago. And there are many saints still alive today that you're not even aware of. And they really only deal with, usually with the Pope, and they deal with the holy people across the world, who are really the only ones who they can talk to, but they talk about world peace, and they're kind of behind the lines trying to push. I'm not going to give the name, but let's say the evil people away, and so trying to keep everything on the tracks of the way God wants this planet to be run. So I say let's have a drink to this, and let's toast to God. Again, there's nothing wrong with wine. Wine's been around since the beginning of ages. Cheers again. Oh, that's a very good wine. Now I have something I'm going to show you, and I don't show very many people. I probably shouldn't do this, but I've used it in a couple of ASMR videos. This is a magical gateway, and this picture is also alive, just so you know. It is of me. I don't know if you can see it. Look really hard. This picture does talk. This is the Saints picture. It does as well. If you look at that, you see the beard? And actually the picture will come out of the wall. I don't mean to do this to scare anybody. You can see my face. But I don't show very many people. One day the picture was speaking, and I know it's a little creepy to some people. You know, I'm not that away from the times. I'm pretty up to date. Yes. But this picture will actually tells me sometimes when I'm not right, or if I'm wrong, or you know what is going on with the world, and something that I need to take care of. This is how I communicate. And that's how the spirit of Christmas communicates to me. And I pass it around as much as I can to the helpers. And then we continue on. You know, these days, a lot of parents, they don't like people, as I said before in many videos, coming into their home, and then now you have security systems, and you have this, and you have that. So everything is really left up to the parents. And I do still deliver presents all around the world, and you'll see that on December the 25th. Be the first time in history, I believe, that it's been recorded. It's going to be recorded on an iPhone. Not to plug iPhone here, but that's the technology we're going to be using. And it's the first time in history that Santa's actually going to be recorded delivering presents. So December the 25th, it's going to be on this channel, Santa Claus channel, delivering presents to 7 billion people. So make sure you tune in, because it's going to very likely be, I'm gonna try to do it live. And like I said, I can't do it to everyone, but some people have parents that do not want that, but people who approve of that will do it. I don't know if you saw, but the picture, it just nodded, so he's happy. And again, I am a very sane person. And like I said, I am a saint. That's how things are passed along. I think that deserves another drink here. I hope you have your drink. You're drinking along with me at least some water, if not wine, maybe some juice. Oh, it's good. I like to keep the wine in my mouth a little bit and kind of switch it around. And I love cheese and crackers. I don't know if any of you have ever had cheese and crackers before, but I'm sure most of you have. I love cheese and crackers. I can live on cheese and crackers. I don't eat any type of meat. And the reason why I don't, except for turkey. I will eat turkey, and I think I told you that. I believe I made a video showing you that I eat a turkey sandwich. I do eat turkey, but any other kind of meat, I don't eat. A lot of meat is not healthy for you. But I'm pretty much a vegan person. I'm not, and I pretty much eat organic as well too. The reasons for that are because I'm not big on killing, and matter of fact, Santa is. I'm very against it. The turkeys that I eat are from our own farm, and we only do that if the turkey is ill and he is sick. And when he passes on, and we celebrate in the feast. And then obviously that spirit, he moves on. But that's the only time I will ever eat that, and that happens again. It's kind of weird how things happen, but that happens right around Thanksgiving time, sometimes in October. But I believe in Canada they celebrate Thanksgiving in October. Not a big fan of any other alcohol but wine. I did say beers. Maybe I'll have a beer sometime. Let's see if he's got anything to say here. I've got some fairy dust with me, and I'm going to go ahead and spread it along to you, and I'm hoping that it provides some peace and comfort to you. As Avery has said, I'm sure that I watched that video last night. I actually fell asleep. I don't know, I recommend any of Avery's videos. That C video is exceptional. But you guys need to like and subscribe, because we don't have a whole lot of subscribers. We've got a lot of people watching the videos, but it's just we need people to subscribe, and then we can make a lot more videos for you. You know, when you're starting out in this ASMR business, according to Avery, he was saying that you know, it takes time, but the videos live on and on and on. So 5 years from now, we may have lots of viewers, but it's just so important, it being Christmas here in the next few weeks, that I just had the picture was just talking here. I just had to edit it out. It's not. I guess I'm saying a little too much here. Sometimes Santa's got a big mouth. Just some more wine. Anyway, it told me that I have to not say so much. You know, it is still a secret, and I am still sworn by that secret. Let me go ahead and put you to sleep, or relax you here, okay? I want you to take a deep breath. Let's take 5 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In. Out. In. Out through the mouth. Three more. In. Out through the mouth. In. And out through the mouth. I'll tell you what, let's just do one more. All right. Let's have another drink. If you were here with me right now, I'd be drinking with you. I don't care what you would be drinking. We'd be drinking together. This candle is very relaxing. I want you to stare at this candle. If you're sleeping, keep your eyes closed and just imagine a candle. This candle is hypnotizing. Yes. Old Santa's relaxing you. See the frost that is built upon the candle. It's so cold here. Stare at the flickering lights. They're mesmerizing, hypnotizing. Think of your past when you were a child and you saw Santa Claus. Think. Think. Imagine your excitement back in the day. You need to think about that. You need to think about that positivity this Christmas and always. It will keep you happy. It will keep you loving others and keep you grounded to be yourself. Just remember that, my friend. Just as a child, I'm watching you. I'll always be there. Stay relaxed. You will sleep good tonight. I love you, my friend.